taken some time off work to come on a bit of a holiday, I guess, explore the state I live in, which is Queensland in Australia. I haven't really explored it much. I've explored other states and places, but you don't really get around to uh, exploring your sort of home as much. A lot of people say you sort of take it for granted. So during all the lockdowns and all that stuff, I thought I would come up here. So I've driven about, it's been 11, 12 hour drive. I drove most of the night. I slept I think 1 or 2 hours. Fun. I'm up North Queensland now in Mackay on the beach here. It's um, the tide just seems to go in huge. A lot different to the beaches back near Brisbane, Gold Coast, where I'm used to, where I live. But yeah, so while I'm here, I thought, because I've got a bit of time the next couple of weeks, just exploring, climbing some mountains, having adventures, and I thought I'd make probably a few more videos. There's a lot of stuff I want to say because I have learned a lot of stuff from that 14-day fast. It's sort of clarified a lot of things in my head, and it just makes things so clear, and the body's so, I could sense the body's intelligence a lot more. So the thing, one of the biggest issues that I started to have, it really started to get bad towards the end before I did that fast, was this addiction to magnesium. And it did feel like an actual drug addiction. I've had actual drug addictions in the past, and it really didn't feel any different. What would happen, because I've been taking supplemental magnesium, maybe I would take it once or twice a week for, I don't know, years. But then I started taking it every day, and when I would stop taking it, I'd get these intense cramps. And there was one time where I just felt really depressed, lots of emotional sort of things going on, like irritable, and I could not sleep. My heart was racing, and had all these cramps, and I didn't know that it was the magnesium, because I think I just stopped taking it for a few days without thinking, and then I somehow just took it and it all went away. And that's when I realized, holy shit, my body is so reliant on this stuff. So my theory is that these artificial supplements affect the body in a similar way as these artificial drugs would affect it. So say, for an example, a drug like, I guess, diazepam, or Valium they call it, how you take it and the body, because of how it affects the brain, the body makes adaptations in the brain to compensate for it, which is what a physical addiction is. And then when you take the drug away, the compensations are still there, so you have sort of a deficiency in certain aspects. So it's the same with, I believe, it's the same with these supplements that everyone's taking. The body isn't made to handle a lab-created, super purified, refined powder. You put that into your body, and the body's going to compensate. It's going to, firstly, it's not only, if you're taking pure magnesium, it's going to affect other things. There's going to be a side effect of some kind. They probably don't even know what it is, because the body's so infinitely complex. And also the body's going to realize that, holy shit, we have this incredibly pure form of magnesium. So we don't have to take it from the food anymore, and we don't have to bother with it as much. So the body makes compensation. And then you're just stuck, because it seems like I wasn't absorbing any magnesium from food or in any natural way. And yes, I was addicted to these bloody things. And it was the same with, I believe the same with the snake juice they call it as well, or the electrolyte water that everyone uses with the potassium and sodium and magnesium. It's the same thing. From now on, when I fast, I'm just going to stick to having natural mineral water, because that would be the closest to what we would have drank in nature if we weren't able to find food. Our ancestors would have just had water from the stream or well or whatever it is. And, you know, there's obviously natural minerals in there. So I get a high quality natural mineral water when I fast, and I'm not fucking around with artificial supplements. So that magnesium thing was such a nightmare. It was months of just being forced to take magnesium because I just couldn't get off it. And then the thing that fixed it was that I did that 2-week fast. And now, after those 2 weeks, I haven't touched a single supplement at all. And I feel great. There's no problems with magnesium deficiency. There's no sometimes I get a little bit of lightheadedness, but then I eat and it's fine. You know, there's no cramping and there's just no symptoms whatsoever. My body just does not need to put this artificial shit inside it. It gets everything it needs from the food, providing you eat enough meat and fat. But yeah, so it feels like we all just take these fucking things just because it's I don't know what it is, but it's like it's healthy. It's healthy to go to a supplement store and get supplements. It's healthy to take a multivitamin. It's just something about the way the media has portrayed these things, but we've all lost sight of what they actually are. These are lab created chemicals. They're not found in any way, shape or form in nature. Our bodies are not evolved to handle these things, and there's going to be pretty big side effects from these things if you use them. And it's just not something that seems to be discussed. So at the moment, I'm not taking any supplements. I'm not taking any protein powders. I'm not taking any refined supplement whatsoever. I'm not taking any psychoactive substance, no caffeine, no tea, no chocolate, none of that. And I feel better than I ever remember feeling. It's not perfect. Sometimes when I eat fruit, I sometimes get skin, little tiny bits of eczema, and my skin itches, but it's infinitely better than before. So, I mean, I believe the issue comes from our bodies just being smashed from all angles, all these artificial foods and supplements, and it just doesn't know what to do. And the reset button is to let the body heal naturally, give a fast for 1, 2, 3 weeks, whatever it takes. Then the body's clean enough and efficient enough to run like it normally should.